Hello, everyone. Jeff and Derek here with the Taste for Whiskey, and really excited to talk to you about some of the things that we've been doing. And one of those is we've been working with Indiana Liquor Group. Just talk to you briefly about Indiana Liquor Group, a fantastic company formed in 2018, has already got up to 46 stores, and it is now the second largest packaged liquor store in Indiana, and it's comprised of 5 brands. So you've got Save on Liquors. You've got Boulevard Liquors, you've got Muncie Liquors, Noble Wine and Spirits, and Friendly Liquors. And we're just really excited that they've allowed us to kind of step in and do some of these reviews. And we're ready to get started.
Yeah. And if you're in East Central Indiana, I know you've probably seen and been to some of these stores. They're growing. They're getting new bottles. They're getting new store picks. We're excited to be part of that.
I think the best part about this is the opportunity for East Central Indiana to really get into some of these store picks and get some more barrel picks and get some great whiskey. Speaking of great whiskey,
Woodford Reserve, right?
Oh yeah.
My experience with Woodford and is always kind of been, this is where I start. A lot of people start with these kind of gateway bourbons, and Woodford is one of those. And Basil Hayden, Jefferson's, when you want to have some more, finer whiskeys and you're starting to get into it, that's where a lot of people go to. Then they kind of move away from that. They, what's bigger, what's better. That's just the way it is, right? But I think people forget how good Woodford is because it's where you start, and now you want these, you want to chase these higher profile bourbons maybe. Well, if you take that with the fact that they've decided to kind of expand their portfolio in the last couple of years, and they've moved into ryes, and they've moved into double oak and a wheated, which is good also. And then you take that on top of the fact that Indiana Liquor Group, with being the second largest group in Indiana now, gets to go in and hand select some of these. So you bring all that together and you just end up with fantastic whiskey here in East Central Indiana.
Absolutely.
And we're fortunate to try it.
And as we always say, we didn't get to pick these, but we get to taste it.
That's right.
So the first one is we've got the Woodford Reserve Rye.
Start with the rye?
Okay.
All right.
And the thing I like about the Woodford, the rye, is you don't really think of rye when you think of Woodford.
No, you don't. And now, this is a lower rye. Is that right?
That's right. So what I like to think about this rye is I call this the mullet whiskey.
The mullet.
So this is kind of got whiskey. That sweet caramel butterscotch on the front. It's got that nice rye spice richness in the back. The thing I love about this is it's a really low rye. Sometimes you'd call this like a barely legal rye. It's got a mash bill of 53% rye followed by a 33% corn. So you really got, which means that the malted barley is going to be increased at 14%. With a 45.2% ABV, it's kind of right there in the sweet spot. Mm-hmm. And the age on this, about 6 years, but man, right on the nose. Oh yeah, we've had a chance to try this a few times, and boy,
it's a little different to me each time I go to it. The first time I thought it was a little more rye, and now I feel like it has really settled into just tasting more like Woodford with a spicy kick on the back.
That's right.
So
a little bit of that mullet whiskey.
The mullet is starting to show up more.
So I get on the nose here, oh gosh, butterscotch, vanilla, even
brown
some of the
sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, light spices. All right.
I'm gonna try it.
Absolutely. Cheers.
Cheers.
So this starts as a bourbon. It just really kind of goes in, enters the palate as a bourbon. The front of that mouth, you've still got a little bit of the fruits. You get some of that butterscotch, some of that caramel. And then, right about now, black pepper.
That black pepper jumps in, yeah, when it sits there. It does have a good finish. It's not really long lasting, but
It's delicious.
it is delicious.
And for being a 45.2, which is 90.4 proof, it's really got a nice warmth on the back.
It does.
Nice spice, but really sweet on the front. And with this being a single barrel, it is different than the normal Woodford Rye. So that's what I love about this is it's a single barrel rye. It's Woodford. It's a barely legal rye at 53%. It's sweet on the front. It's spicy in the back.
It's not aggressive.
No. What more could you ask?
It does have a good nose.
Oh, this is great. Yeah, you're going to want to come in and try this. We're going to be featuring these, so definitely come in and try this. You're going to love it. So, let's just go right into what we call this dessert.
Yeah, dessert. And just real quick, come in and try it. If you go to indianaliquorgroup.com,
Yep.
On Facebook, some of the different stores, Friendly Package, Boulevard, Save On, help me out here.
Muncie Liquors.
Muncie Liquor and Noble Wine and Spirits, right? If you kind of find those, you can find where Jeff is going to be letting people sample these. So if you want to come in and try some of these before you buy,
you're not going to be disappointed.
No, you don't need to. You can just buy it, but you might as well. He's going to be there and he's going to have them.
That's right.
But yeah, now this is where I'm really excited to get to. I love Double Oak, and if I have people come over and they know I'm into whiskey and they want to try and they want to kind of where's a good place for me to start? A lot of people ask, and this is the perfect place to start. And you don't have to stop there. You can finish there. It doesn't matter where you're at in your whiskey journey. This is going to always fit such a good flavor profile in a Double Oak.
That's right. And this is the Woodford Reserve Double Oak Whiskey Fest 2020 store selection. And
yeah, why are these have some kind of different
names? Well, the Whiskey Fest 2020, basically what happened is that these picks arrived last year, and it was really going to feature at the Whiskey Fest event, but thanks to COVID, they did have 3 events, which included some whiskey tastings, some light hors d'oeuvres, right to buy raffle, and a live auction for some of the most sought after whiskeys around. And really, the great thing about that is that money raised is used to go into the local charity or the corporate charity, which is Spirits for Smiles. And if you want to know more about that, it's a great charity that provides financial help for dental care to folks in the communities in which we serve. So it is a great organization. You can learn more about that on spiritsforsmiles.com. Check it out. And again, just great things that Indiana Liquor Group is doing.
What a fantastic idea. Rather than just kind of create this rat race to get these rare allocated bottles, they thought, let's just take them out of the equation. We're having an auction, and all of that money is going to go to something fantastic.
Yeah.
Another thing, as soon as we talked to them, we were like, yeah, we're in on Indiana Liquor Group for reasons just like that.
Absolutely. So on the nose, with Woodford Double Oak, it takes a Woodford Reserve Distiller Select. It really puts it into another charred barrel that is really kind of sitting there for another year that's kind of basically lightly toasted. So they've got the char that's got lightly toasted, so it gives you that nice, rich double oak flavor.
Oh, fantastic.
Which is where you get the sweet spot. It's called the red line or the sweet spot. Mm-hmm. That's where all that sweetness comes through. So this is also kind of termed a dessert bourbon.
I could see that.
Yeah, look at the color.
There's no bad time for this.
It looks like caramel on chocolate, doesn't it?
And it tastes like caramel on chocolate too. Like that dark caramel. We haven't got to it yet, but we did taste it before. So
yeah.
Let's just get in.
Oh yeah. So on the nose, just to tell you a little bit about how this nose is. Just think of toffee, think of rich caramel, think of sweet vanilla, sweet oak. Those are the things you're going to pick up on the nose. Now, on the palate, That is dessert. That is absolute dessert. There is just sweet vanilla, sweet oak, toffee, caramel on the palate. There's very little spice, but the finish is nice and rich and syrupy. There's just everything going good with this.
And warming too, you know.
Yeah.
I took kind of a big sip, but just that, oh my gosh, that is closing in on my spirit bourbon. Like that's tasting that good to me right now, you know.
I'm with you there.
That's just the way it is.
That's all you got to say about that.
Right?
Listen, folks, we're really excited to showcase this. These are excellent whiskeys. You're not going to find a better Woodford Reserve store pick than what you're going to get at Indiana Liquor Group. So be sure, come and check us out. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram. A lot of great things coming. So just keep an eye on us and wait to see what's coming next. Cheers.
Cheers.